Hi, welcome to Off the Tee. I'm your host, Jared Levy. Today we're in the Galena territories at Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa at the East Course. We'll be meeting with the Director of Golf, John Schlaman, who's going to give us some driver tips and then take us out to play a few of their signature holes. Let's check it out. Hi, welcome to Off the Tee. I'm your host, Jared Levy. Today we're at Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa at the East Course. We're joined by Director of Golf, John Schlaman. John, thanks for joining us.
Hey, nice to be here, Jared.
John, tell us a little bit about your path to being here at Eagle Ridge.
Certainly, my path is kind of a full circle path. I was here, my first year was 1984, and I was a young assistant pro and then became the director of golf in 1988 and was here through 1999 as the director of golf, and then I've been a PGA member since 1986 and went to Chicago, took a job in Chicago at a nice course because I lost my job in the second buyout of Eagle Ridge. And then we came back here in semi-retirement, and I helped out the new owner, whose name is Mark Klausner, and the Eagle Ridge Inc. company, and helped them out at the South Course. And then all of a sudden, unbeknownst to me and really unintended, our director of golf at that time decided he was going to retire and move on. And so in the spring of this year, the end of April, we had a discussion and they promoted me to director of golf. So I'm back as director of golf after being removed for 25 years.
Well, welcome back to the position, and tell us a little bit about the changes you've seen over the years. I'm sure there's a lot has changed since the 80s on the course.
Well, the South Course opened in '84, and then this course, the East Course, opened in '92. So obviously I've seen those changes, and then now with the new owner, we opened a new spa, and we've done some renovations to the course, and we're currently in the process of finishing out the 2023 season, and we're going to get a new cart fleet. So yeah, a lot of good things are happening. We've been busy, and weather's been good this year. The courses are in great condition, and it's been a fun season.
Nice. Now let's shift specifically to the East Course. Tell me about this course.
So this course is a 9-hole course. It's a par 34. So it's not a par 3 course by any means. It's got one par 5 and it has 3 par 3s, which equals 34. And a couple of the holes that we're going to go out and see are holes number 2 and 3. Those might be our signature holes, and they're very interesting. It's a great place for our resort guests as well as our homeowners and our members that really just want to play 9 holes and not spend an entire day on a golf course, which sometimes 18 holes can turn out to be.
So you mentioned holes 2 and 3. What makes that the signature holes? What are some of the favorite attributes of those holes?
Well, when you get out to number 2, you'll see typical to this area, which is the hills of the Mississippi River Valley. They call it the driftless region, but we've got a lot of terrain. So you'll see that on hole number 2. There's a lot of elevation change from tee to green. And from the back tee, it's only about 150 yards, and from the forward tee is about 110 or 12 yards. But it's a very scenic, very pretty par 3. And then hole number 3 kind of cuts through a valley with a big rock outcropping, rock wall on the right-hand side of the fairway, and it only plays as long as about 285. So some big hitters can choose to take a shot at the green. Otherwise, someone like me would choose to hit a layup club about maybe 200 yards and then play a wedge in from there.
And outside of those 2 holes, you mentioned it opened in '92, I believe. Has it relatively been the same course layout in '92, or have there been any changes to sand or anything like that?
Yeah, well, we did remove bunkers from the East Course. When we went through the COVID year of 2020, we didn't open the East course.
Okay.
So, you know, it was obviously a struggle year for golf in general because you just didn't have as many people around, although golf became popular because it was a good social distance kind of sport. But the East course itself didn't open that year. So at that time, and then in 2021, when we started the reopening process, we also started filling in bunkers. And this is the kind of course, and you'll see it when you get out there, that really doesn't need additional hazards.
Okay.
You know, it's tight enough the way it is, and you know, if you miss the green, it's still a challenge. You don't have to necessarily be in a sand bunker. And for the average player, I think that's elimination of some sand bunkers is actually more enjoyable.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't need to be in sand.
Yeah.
And what else should we know about the East course and anything else here at Eagle Ridge?
Sure. So, like I said, the East course is a great experience. You're going to see it. The conditions are fantastic. We did buy a lot of new equipment over the last the last 3 years. A lot of John Deere maintenance equipment, and that's helped us with course conditions and maintaining and having what we need to, you know, do the proper cuts and fairways and roughs and greens and tees. And so yeah, we've had a lot of success here at the East course. It's a great additional amenity to this golf product. For groups, golf package type groups, this might end up the third 9 of the day, where they play one of the 18-hole courses first, and then you maybe don't want to play another 18, but want to have a little 2-person or 4-person scramble kind of match to finish out the day, and this course is fun for that.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to see it. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Hey everyone, stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, so the first hole we're going to check out is hole 2. Tell us about that.
So hole number 2 is probably our signature hole here on the East course, and as I mentioned, because of the elevation change, you're talking about 85 to 90 feet of elevation change from the upper tee to the green. It plays 150 yards from the back tee and 114 yards from the forward tee, and with the elevation change, obviously, you know, you're going to hit one less club usually.
Okay, let's go check it out.
All right, sounds great.
All right, so we're here at hole 2. Tell us how to approach this shot.
Well, yeah, as you can see, we're right at the 150 plate. It looks like the flag's back a little bit, so maybe playing a little longer than that, but it's a significant elevation change, so that takes some yardage off of it. I feel a breeze into us, so I think it's probably going to have to play about that 150 or 155 yard shot.
Okay, well, I'll let you tee up and lead the way, and I'll try and keep up. Good shot. That looks perfect.
Right club.
Center of the green. Come around. Does it open up down there?
I think it'll be all right, Jared.
All right. All right, so it looks like I bounced out of bounds, so taking a drop here and a lot of green to work with. I'm just going to try and save bogey.
Yeah, I mean, you know, lateral penalty area, so 1 in, 2 out, hitting 3, Jared.
All right, maybe I could save par.
Nice. Nice.
Potentially a one putt, yeah.
Gotta putt it, bogey.
All right, so great tee shot. You have a putt here for birdie. What do you see?
Well, it's going to move a little left to right and pretty level, so it's not really uphill or downhill. We'll see if we can give it a run.
Yeah, go for it. Great putt. Great putt. That's a birdie. Count
Even
it.
a blind squirrel finds an acorn.
Well, tough act to follow here.
So a new rule in golf is that you can leave the flag in. So Jared, would you like it in or out? I left it in on mine.
Let's take it out for this one.
All right.
Let's see if it even makes a difference, if I can do what you just did.
Good stroke.
Whew, should have moved that leaf. Not that it was going in anyway. Well, a two-putt. Two-putt's a two-putt. Yeah, that's a big swing on one hole. Let's hit the next one. Hole 2 was definitely unique. The ball was in the air forever. I like that. So the next hole we're going to, hole 3. Tell us about that hole.
All right, so hole number 3 is cool. It's tight. It's a par 4. It's 285 yards from the back tee and plays as short as about 230 from the forward tee. So it kind of gives, you know, maybe the longer hitter an option to consider trying to drive the green.
Okay, well, excited to go see it. Let's go check it out. Okay, so hole 3, tell us what we're looking at here.
So, you know, it's a short par 4. From this tee, I would say we're around 270 yards. So for some people, you could call it drivable, but it's tight.
Yeah.
And the unique feature of this hole is the rock cliff, about 20-foot rock wall on the right-hand side of this hole. And left is a water feature or a lateral penalty area that runs up left of the cart path. So you got to hit it straight.
Okay, yeah, which is nerve-wracking. It does look pretty tight. I could see why many people lay up on this hole. Today we are going to be hitting some drivers.
Well, it's a TV show. We got to hit driver.
Got to hit the driver. Yeah. And before we move on, I'm seeing multiple flags out there. Are those flags for something else, or?
Well, you know, that's a good question because I neglected to bring that up in the beginning of our talk about the East Course, but that's what's called foot golf. Okay. So that's a feature that we have here, an amenity, an activity, typically used by families, but you come out and you play golf and you kick, you know, from an orange tee marker, which is up here by the cart path, and you kick to that flag, and then when you hit the flag, it's considered in the hole. So we get some traction on that. There's people that enjoy that.
Yeah, I've had some friends play foot golf. I've never done it myself, but nice to know that I can come out here and play it on the East Course.
I would hurt myself probably.
Well, before we play this hole, are we going to maybe talk about some tips on hitting the driver? I know you mentioned that that's a club that everyone wants to master.
Well, certainly it seems like when we have a lot of our people looking for coaching help, they talk about not being able to hit their driver. So I thought this would be a good segment to maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to get in here. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, please don't.
All right. But, you know, one of the big keys to hitting a good tee shot is, and especially with the driver, is the club has to come through the impact area from a shallow angle. Okay, your typical average player, amateur player, has the club coming into the impact area from a too steep angle. All right, so that's going to tend to cause either a pull and or a slice, depending on where your club face is. So what we try to do, or what I try to do, is, you know, I got to try to get people to understand that to hit a straight drive, you either want to hit the back of the ball or just inside of the ball. For a right-handed golfer, would be this side of the ball. And typically what people do is they hit this part of the ball, and that imparts the slice spin. Okay, so really the biggest key to being able to do that is, number one, you want to get your club face in there nice and square. You don't want it open. okay? Because you're trying to hit this side, this part of the ball.
Yep.
So if you have an open club face, it's going to go straight right.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting, this part of the ball with a square club face like this, it'll tend to maybe impart a little bit of a right to left spin for a right-handed golfer, all right? But one of the biggest keys to being able to do that is your right hand, as a right-handed golfer, is your trail hand and has to stay your trail hand throughout the swing, okay? So that also means that the butt end of the club is leading on the downswing and the heel side of the club is also leading the toe. And what amateurs tend to do is they don't use their right hand, or their trail hand, as I like to say. So as a left-handed golfer, it would be your trail hand. Their trail hand gets out, okay, like this, and then ends up being the leading hand, and that causes a steep angle through impact. So, and another key to help you feel the trail hand staying behind the lead hand, which is the left hand, is when you swing through, you want to swing your hands, back to where they started. So if I'm starting my driver swing here, I want to swing my hands right back through here, and that'll help this trail hand stay behind, and that maybe will help me hit that inside part of the ball instead of the outside part of the ball. So let's just give it a try.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, a little bit right, but that's the general concept, is hit the inside of the ball, square club face, and hopefully the ball falls a little left, which would be a little bit of a draw versus a slice.
Sounds good. I know I don't really hit those draws too well, so I'll try and take that into my own game. Hopefully the viewers do too.
You're gonna lead us?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Since you were just giving that tip, we'll let you take a break there.
Beauty. Stay there.
Stay up. Might have bounced on the cart path.
That was nice.
Good ball. Dead center. All right, so great shot right down the center of the fairway. You said you're about 55 out?
Yeah, about 55 yards, a little uphill. You can't really see the green surface.
Well, put it up there and see if you can make another birdie. Looks good. Well, that looks pretty tight. All right, so I missed the fairway, but I got a little closer. So a little lucky that I didn't get into the rough stuff.
No, you're alive. You got a good angle. You probably got a 30-yard shot. You outdrove the pro.
Hey, I'll take what I can get. Let's see if I can stick it closer, though. That's the hard part. Go.
Get up. All right.
We're on the surface.
All right, you got a putt at it.
All right.
2 birdie putts.
All right, so we're on the putting surface. What do you see for my putt here?
Well, before we walked up here, I took a look at it. I think it's going to move a little bit to your left, so you got to get it out to the right, maybe a cup. It's a little bit uphill, and you got to match the speed to the break. You should make it.
Okay. See if I can sink a birdie today.
Looks good.
Whew.
It didn't move much.
Didn't break too much at all, but I'll take a
Nice
tap
putt.
in par.
Good par.
And for your birdie putt, would you like the flag in or out?
I'd like it taken out. I got to repair a little damage here again. This has got to be pretty straight. A little bit downhill. Ah, pushed it.
Little push.
Yeah.
Tap in par for you as well.
I don't like those short birdie putts. I like the long ones.
Well, hey, you're still putting up a good score.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. So hole 3 was great. I like that hole a lot. And hole 9, tell us about that one.
So hole 9's obviously our finishing hole of this 9-hole course. It's kind of cool. It runs along what's called our Poplar Ridge Golf Villas. It's a par 4 from the back tees is about 333, I believe. And then from the forward tees is just under 300. And the green's guarded by a really kind of pretty little pond feature with the rock outcropping. And it's a little bit of a dog leg left.
Okay, let's go see it.
All right, sounds great.
Okay, so we're at hole 9. It looks big and open. Tell us how to approach this shot.
Well, we're about 320-yard par 4 here, and the green's kind of guarded on the right-hand side by a water penalty area. But I'm going to play my shot right at that rock wall in the distance, and I'm going to hit 3 metal to make sure I don't hit it into that pond, and then play in from there.
Okay, let's do it. Good shot.
Good swing, Jared.
Thanks.
Beauty. Yeah, those are.
Whoop.
Yeah,
Caught something, but
there's a little bit of a grass bunker there, but it's fine.
Yeah. Great tee shot. You're in the fairway, and I'm in the rough again. It's kind of a trend that's happening. How far out are we?
I just shot it. I have about 113.
113? Okay. Well, nice little approach shot, and I'll let you take yours and see if you can get another birdie for the day.
A little bit of breeze up there, not much. And it's, I'm going to have to hit a little 3/4 pitching wedge, I think, here.
Looks good. Nice.
That'll work.
I'll try not to hit that bird.
Good looking shot.
Get up there.
All right, it's on.
Way shorter than I thought it would be. But I'm putting. I'll take it.
All right, I say about out in here maybe, Jared, it's going to go right on you.
Yeah, it looks like it dies off quite a bit, so
Yeah.
I'll try and get it close. If I can make it, that's just an added bonus. All right, long putt. Go!
You had the line.
Didn't get it up the hill. Tough 2-putt. All right, this would be a nice putt if I can put her in. Break,
Good putt.
break.
Nice putt.
Okay, end on a bogey. Well, it's up to you now. Woo!
Moved a little bit that way.
I thought you had it.
That's a gimme.
I think you can have that one,
Yeah.
yep.
All
Well,
right, man. Enjoyed it.
yeah, thanks for showing us the course today. It's beautiful out here. the greens are rolling perfectly. Nice and receptive, and look forward to coming back.
Yeah, awesome. Nice having you all here.
All right, John, thanks for taking us out on the course today. It's lovely. It's beautiful out here. The course is in great condition. I can't wait to come back and bring some friends.
Awesome, Jared. Yeah, it's nice having you guys here. I really appreciate the time, and it's always nice to show off a nice product when you have it.
Thanks for tuning in, and special thanks to John Schlaman and everyone here at Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa. We'll catch you next time off the tee.